Hey guys, that phone guy here, and today I just wanted to make a quick video about my tablet collection here. I have quite a bit of tablets. I actually had like 2 or 3 more, maybe like old junk tablets in the past that I just kind of got rid of because I didn't need. But these are all of my tablets that I currently have. And yeah, for some reason I have a bunch of tablets. I just like found a bunch of these, mostly at the recycling center, some in the Target bin, actually, like the iPad minis, I think, but we'll get right into it. So first up here, this is just in random order. So yeah. So this is actually an iPad 3 with the Retina screen. It's actually really nice. And it's a 64 gig. I bought this at a flea market for literally $5. It works totally fine. But the only problem is that it has an iCloud lock. Once I get an Arduino board, I'm going to definitely bypass this because it's still usable. And it's a pretty nice iPad. It's actually heavy as hell too. So yeah, that's that. Next up is this Galaxy Tab S5. I already went over this in a previous video. This thing works totally fine. I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead right now. But yeah, this thing works fine. I used to use this a lot. Next up is this iPad Mini 1. And this thing's actually on iOS 8. And you'd think, oh yeah, it's totally, the screen is destroyed. So it wouldn't work. But this thing actually works totally fine, despite the screen. So yeah, it's just iCloud lock, but it doesn't have a password, so I can still use this thing, which is pretty nice. It's a good tablet. Next up is this Nexus 7. It's kind of like a generic crappy tablet. It's really old, and this thing just boot loops. It's pretty common for really any Nexus phone, so I mean, I'm not surprised. I haven't even tried to fix it. So yeah. Next up is this random Kindle Fire. I think I found this at the recycling center. By the way, I found this one at the recycling center, I believe, and this one too. Next up is the smallest tablet I own, actually, besides those Kindles. And this is a Tab S2. I found this at the recycling center. Like I've said before, this thing is just a dud. I don't even know if it works because I don't have the charger and it's cracked. So yeah. These two Kindle Fires, I found these at the recycling center, and they have like these really like bulky cases. These are definitely kids' tablets, but they work fine. I reset them. Yeah, both of them are the same thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up is this iPad Mini 1, another one. I have 3 of these in total. One of them I found in the ground, but that's a story for another day. I believe I found this at Target. I'm not sure, though. I kind of forgot. It's been a long time. And yeah, this thing, despite, somebody shattered it with a screwdriver, works totally fine, and it has no iCloud lock. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's 16 gig. And next up here is this Verizon Tablet. I remember using this thing a lot. It's like a really bad tablet, actually. I got this from the recycling center also. It's just some, crap Verizon tablet. I don't know why this exists. It's a piece of crap, and it runs on Android 5, and it's just horrible. Next up, getting into these 2 finds. Now, these are pretty good finds, and both have an interesting backstory, I guess. Actually, this one doesn't really. This thing, I've made a few videos on this. This is an iPad Air in literally mint condition, no water damage whatsoever. But anytime I tried to reset it, whatever, it basically, long story short, when I put this in DFU mode, it detects as an iPhone 5S. I don't know why, I don't know how, and when I try resetting it, it just gets stuck on waiting for iPhone. Sometimes it detects as an iPad Air, and it's really bizarre. I don't know what to do with this. It's basically bricked, but it does work to an extent. Found this at the recycling center. This is iCloud locked. Also, I found out when I searched the serial number up, so that kind of sucks. It's basically useless, only for parts. Yeah. Next up is another iPad Air here. This is probably the best iPad I own out of the bunch. And this used to be my brother's. Works totally fine. It's a 64 gig, and you can see it's dead right now, but yeah, works totally fine. Next up is an iPad 4. I kind of cracked this thing up a little bit more. I found this at the recycling center. This is, I bypassed the iCloud lock. So yeah, this thing's on iOS 7. It's pretty rare. And yeah, you can see it works totally fine. Next up, I haven't really tested this much, but it's an iPad 2, 16 gig, and it's totally cracked up. It looks really, like, used, too. I believe this has an iCloud lock. Alright, I guess that does work. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that. I have, like, never tried this thing, but I found these 2 at the recycling center. And this one, I think I found this at Target. Let's see. Oh, this is an iPad 2 16 gig in, like, mint condition. It's iCloud locked. You can see that right there. So, yeah. This one I bypassed. These 2 are iCloud locked. And this is a parts iPad. This had a broken digitizer and kind of messed up display, and it was iCloud locked. So I just ripped the screen out of this thing and kind of ruined it in the process. You can see this is also an iPad 2, 16 gig. It's just like in bad condition, so it's just a parts iPad. And next up here is probably the worst tablet I have. And it's because this thing is iCloud locked. It has numerous problems. It's a 64 gig iPad 2. And I found this at the recycling center, same with this one. And if you didn't notice, this is new, but the battery is literally bulging out, and it ruined the display. So, you know, that's just great. This thing is totally just trash. It's useless. Yeah. So I have nothing to do with this. I'm probably going to get rid of it before the battery explodes or something. And next up here is yet another iPad 2. This is 32 gig. I have so many iPad 2s, it's actually crazy. And you can see, this one works fine actually. I think it's iCloud locked, but I'm going to bypass that. Like, basically all of these are iCloud locked, but I can bypass them. Yeah. And next up, getting into the worst finds, or worst tablets I own. This is, I didn't even bother to do any research on this thing. I just kept it because I wanted to. These are like these really cheap, like $50, like Insignia tablets. These things are pieces of crap, and these things are like the crappiest tablets you can get. It has a cracked digitizer, and sadly it does not work. The buttons are literally missing, and it was in 2 pieces when I got it. Found this at the recycling center. Next up is this iPad. I made a video on this, and if you remember, this is an iPad mini that I found in the ground in my backyard. Yeah, quite literally, this thing was underground for, I don't know, 2 years now. So it's totally destroyed. You can see there's even a SIM card tray here. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. Like, literally nothing will happen because it's totally corroded. Look at all that corrosion. So yeah, this is useless, and I don't know why I have it, but yeah. And next up is this Dell. It's actually like a tablet, laptop sort of thing. It runs Windows, and it's like really slow on Windows because it has 2 gigs of RAM and an Intel Atom processor. So it's just really not that good, but this works fine. I found this at the recycling center. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for this video on my tablet finds, and see you guys next time.